following material may contain sex, coarse language, and violence.
And it's just them, because they did say they're waiting for more instructions about that. So it's just them and like nothing else seems to be near them.
You don't see anything else.
Okay. And do they look like the style of the armor they have? Is it similar to like the guards or like the royal guards, or is it very different from anything anyone in the village has?
It is similar. There are a few minor differences, but that could be down to the individual craftsman.
How far? Because like it's really, really dense, the woods. But like, how far away am I from them roughly?
Voice chat fell over right about when I said 7 squares.
Okay.
This happens, I believe.
I just said that was really, really close. The sound's still fine. You can still hear me properly.
Yes, I can.
Cool. So I want to make a really, really like big noise. Like push over a lot of these sort of bamboo trees, and then move from the position I am, like around them, and like around the circumference of the area, if you know what I mean.
Are you aware that little thing in the center of your chest glows?
Yeah, but like everything in this fucking forest glows.
Fair enough. Okay, so you want to make an intentional amount of noise.
Yeah.
And then you want to move in a semicircle around them?
Yeah.
Was that being stealthy
while listening in? I mean, I can make a check, but...
Yeah.
Well, also, the other thing is, like, it'll make even me moving will make a lot of noise and spook them as well, which is kind of the goal. I've rolled a 17.
Right. Okay, so you start making a crashing noise. Both of them leap immediately to their feet, brandishing their weapons. They're like, "Oh! What is that? You better report in." One of them immediately runs off in a direction immediately away from you. And the other one, like, has his weapon out, and he starts kicking dirt over the fire to extinguish it.
He runs in the direction opposite me.
Yeah, he runs away deeper into the forest.
Deeper into the forest.
Yeah, and the other guy stays back with his weapon out. He's sort of like kicking dirt over the fire and looking into the forest very alertly.
Right. So I'm going to head in the direction of the guy that ran away. I don't particularly...
Okay,
yeah.
Well, the guy staying behind hears that movement and he heads towards you. He's like, "Oh! I have protection! You better run away, evil spirit, you know!"
I'll move faster in the direction opposite. You know what I mean? Because, like...
You're heading after the guy.
Where he is. Yeah. Let them think that works.
He picks up speed as well.
Oh, he follows me picking up speed, or the guy following picks up speed?
Both. The guy is running away from you because you're a big noise heading towards him, and the guy who is trying to not have you attack him is trying to catch up with you so he can find out what you are and attack.
Right.
He's just like yelling like, "Oi, oi, oi! Come back here, you! I have protection! I have no fear of spirits!"
I'm gonna make a perception check to see if I can see, swapping through vision modes, if there's something in particular in the direction, this like straight line direction we're heading.
Okay. There's a lot of occluding stuff, so no.
Right. Okay.
He's weaving through the bamboo quite expertly, and you're just crushing it in front of you because it's just bamboo, and you're a technology-powered juggernaut.
That's kind of the thing. I'm not really scared of these weird Chinamen with their pole arms.
Well, you're not supposed to be!
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I'll keep.
I'm going to have to go to some
I'll keep
extra
up
effort on the
pressing.
guy behind to try and catch up with you.
Right.
Yes! Guy catches up with you. Now I suppose I have to roll a reaction check too.
I would like to knock him out once he catches up to me.
Okay, he sort of like runs up to him. He's like, ah! Clang! Does nothing, obviously. Ah!
Two hit.
Looks at his dented sword. He's like, oh!
So I've got a unarmed is +9, 22 to hit.
Well, you're gonna hit. So what's your power break?
11, so 26.
Okay, so you grab him by the head and you lift him off the ground and you like snap your arm around, snapping his neck and wrenching his spine around, using his own body as a momentum to do that, leaving his broken husk on the floor. Is what you're saying.
No, I'm
Then you'll
saying
need to knock a point off to have that power rank be at 10, because anything over 10 it counts as lethal. Remember.
Oh, okay, right, okay, sure. Yeah, okay. I'll pull my punches a little bit.
I'm not. It still succeeds. I'm not entirely sure. Yeah, he goes down in a heap because he's just a minion.
Right.
Meanwhile, the other guy goes to extra effort to get away. Nope. He's not going to be faster.
Yeah, I can give you an investigation check if you want. If we get a bit further away, but
you should still be able to hear him running through the thing. You will be able to see a bright. Oh wait, no, you won't. Never mind. So you're going to keep chasing.
Yeah.
Okay. After about 10 minutes of him running, you will.
He must be exhausted.
Of course he is. But also remember, like, older style soldiers are capable of going all day, all night, a lot more than modern. Even modern soldiers can run for a surprising distance, and this guy isn't encumbered, so.
Yeah.
I mean, look at Roman legionaries, although that's probably an exemplar of the case of just being able to go all day. Okay, you will need to make any checks you want now.
So like, so he's not shaking me essentially.
I don't think he can.
Right. So you want me to make like some perception checks to see if I can make out where, if it's becoming more clear, like where he's going.
Mm-hmm.
13, 33.
It looks like he's heading towards some campfires in the not too distance.
Okay, I'm going to try to speed up and knock him out before he gets there.
Okay, let's have an opposed roll on the ability to move fast.
They fell off the table. Off the table doesn't count.
No, it doesn't.
I've got a 16 on an acrobatics check.
Okay.
Or do you want? Actually, it'd be athletics, right?
Yes, it would.
Yeah, so it's 21.
Okay, that does beat him. So you're able to catch up to him before he makes the clearing.
And then I want to like overbear and just knock him down.
Okay. Yeah, let's say you do that.
Sort of like.
You crunch him into the ground with the weight of your suit, crushing his spine and ribs.
I would like him to be alive, just unconscious.
I don't know. Give me a hero point. Yeah, okay, you can do that.
Alright.
With a check.
Just like an attack or...
Yeah, I just want to see if you succeed.
I've got 22 on an attack check. I've rolled 13 a large number of times today.
Interesting. Yeah, you do that. You crunch, clang to the ground. Now I will just roll the sentries to see if they heard that massive noise of you clambering after him through all the bamboo and that.
Sure.
They do! You hear some alarm cries go up and a bunch of guys start moving into the wooded area.
What am I actually looking at? Is it just another clearing with more dudes, or
It's
is it
a
like
very large clearing. It's on the sort of it's a very large clearing, and there's tents everywhere, and there's about maybe 4 or 5 dozen guys in it. Some of which are pouring out of tents looking sleepy, others of which are moving from sentry stations to sort of come towards that big racket.
Are there did these ones have sort of any insignia, or are they?
They do not. There are also no banners or con in the camp.
And this is like closer to the actual wooded area as opposed to the bamboo part, right?
Yes.
How big is this clearing? Like the size of the town?
It would be roughly the size of, if you take the distance between the old tree and the American doctor tents, and then stretched it down to Building 6, it would be roughly that area.
Right, okay, so pretty big.
Mm-hmm. Very big. Are you there?
Yeah, I'm just thinking, I don't really want to fight in an army, even if I would win. So the dude I just pushed down, essentially, I'll scoop him up and head backwards.
Okay. Right on. After about 15 minutes, they give up chase.
And I'll grab the other one on the way back too.
Oh, okay. Righto.
Yeah. So I'll head back to the clearing they were at originally.
Yep.
And tie them both up.
With
like, you just like shoot out the grapnel line, let it run out, and then you have a length of rope.
Okay. This is the grapnel line from your suit, right?
Yeah. You just shoot it into the ground.
The one that's like an inch thick steel cable.
Yeah.
Okay, just checking.
I
You can do that. It's easy. You don't even have to shoot the grapnel out. You can just release it and like pull it out.
You can just release it, yeah.
And you tie them up. Cool. But like back to back, I assume, tie them together or tie them separately, or what are you doing?
Tie them because they were on chairs, right?
Mm-hmm.
I'll tie them separately on like each on a chair facing each other.
Okay. You can do that.
I'll start the fire again.
You can do that.
I will wake the one who was more talkative. I'll wake him up.
And so on.
Oh, he just doesn't stop?
No.
I feel like he would stop eventually.
Only to start muttering ritualistic prayers and wardings to ward off the evil spirits.
Okay, I'll put my hand over his mouth to prevent his screaming then.
Clang.
Quiet. Oh, I'm going to ask questions. And when I remove my hand, you are going to answer them. I'll remove my hand.
I abjure you back to the seven pits of hell.
What are you doing in the forest?
Please don't kill me. Please don't kill me. Please don't kill me. I know it's your forest, but we will. Oh, no.
I will consider letting you leave if you answer my questions. What are you doing in the forest?
Nothing, I swear, we're just sitting here, passing our time.
And the camp further down, what is that for?
Oh, they don't tell us these things. We're just told to let them know if anything comes. You should go ask them, mighty demon.
So, you claim that you are in the forest, and you don't know why.
They don't tell us these things, they just tell us to watch. I'm just a poor soldier.
And who leads you? Who brought you here?
Oh, I am under the command of, oh god, where's his name? I really would have thought I'd have this ready. I'm under the command of Captain Gidao Ping.
Do I know their name?
I mean, Ping is a very common name.
Yeah. And what do they want with the town?
I don't know, they don't tell us these things.
Your conversation with your compatriot earlier would imply otherwise.
Well, we can only guess. We are not told these things, but it's obvious we are supposed to take over the town for our glorious lord, right?
I have 32 on an insight check. How honest is he being about not actually knowing and just guessing?
Mostly.
Right. So he's still withholding something, or...
Maybe. Balance of
You don't seem to
probabilities
be
says
telling
yes.
me. You don't seem to be telling me the full truth. Need I show you what happens if you were to lie to me?
That's an intimidate check.
Making it... Yep. Let me pull up my tables.
Oh, I got a very good number. What's his will defense? Oh, nothing.
I have a 25.
Oh, that beats me by 2 degrees.
Yeah, plus any bonuses I'd have for, like, superstition, looking like a demon, etc.
Oh, maybe I overheard the general tell the captain that he should keep his men drilled and sharp and not let anyone from the village know. We're here. Oh, hey. What did you do to Ping? Oh, he looks dead.
Where are you from?
Oh.
Which province?
Oh no. I'm not going to tell a demon that. They'll go and eat my mother. I would do anything to bring any harm to the kingdom of Shu. You'll just have to kill me.
What's going to happen now is simple. You're going to go back to sleep. And when you wake up, you will leave this place and return home. And then I will unconscious him.
Okay. Well, he's pretty much helpless, so you can do that.
Yeah. I'll leave them both by the... I'll retrieve all the cables.
Okay.
I can't really leave them here. Leave them both by the fire and head back towards that encampment.
Oh, okay. You're heading back towards the encampment.
Yeah. So, see, I wasn't sure if this was like a random force the local lord had in place here, but it does not seem to be the case. So, obviously they'll be on alert, but I mean, I'm not making a huge crunching noise by crushing a dude the moment I get close. So, and I'll try to come around, I'll circle around from the other side. I sort of want to see if I can get an idea of like, because there are a bunch of tents, but like usually you can tell where the general's tent is. Probably in the middle.
Usually, yes.
Okay, so the general's... Oh, sorry, I'll make a check. The natural 20.
Alright. What do you want to know?
I like the arrangement of the tents. It should be... Like, the general usually has a bigger tent. It usually has, like, a bigger flap for, like, a planning room. You know what I mean? Like...
The tents are arranged in uneven circles, Mongol style. So that you have to... There's no straight lines to anywhere. At the center, there's a large open fire with a pit dug in it for presumably ground ovening. And off to one side is a larger tent with two peaks. If that's what you want to know.
Okay. Or like, there are two approaches here, and I kind of like both of them, so I just need to think for a sec.
Okay.
Okay. I'm going to step out of the clearing and just walk towards the general's tent through everything.
I should point out with your natural 20 that the tent is abuzz with people who are in the middle of breaking it down.
Ah.
Does that change anything?
Yeah, I'm gonna step out of the clearing and then jump, then like leap down onto into the area.
Okay. Arrows clang off your armor.
I'll make it. I'd like to, because like the general will obviously be dressed more pompously. They'll have like finer clothes or finer armor. I'd like to see if I can discern which one it is.
Go ahead.
25.
You don't see anything matching what you would expect, based on what you said.
Okay, so they shot arrows at me. What else are they?
They are still shooting
doing?
arrows at you. A bunch of guys with like heavy pikes and mauls are like coming. There are also some slimmer men with like flasks of some kind of liquid, like approaching.
Is anyone? Are they all? Is it like they're all preparing to fight? Is there like someone that's being smuggled away, or like someone running, or?
No, everyone is preparing to fight. There are a bunch of like guys rushing in front of that big tent to sort of block it with their bodies and their pikes.
Right, I'll move towards. Yeah, I'll move towards the big tent.
Okay, they begin attacking you with their weapons. It's about as effective as you would think. However, one of these guys is going to throw his flask onto you, and now I do need to get you to make a toughness check.
Okay.
Against the acid.
Oh my goodness. 32.
Okay, you can tell that something corrosive has been splashed onto your armor, and if you don't clean it off soon, it is going to start damaging it. But you're okay
How
for now.
soon?
10
Okay.
minutes.
So
15
the people.
minutes.
Okay, so the dudes that are like guarding the tent, I'll like grab them and toss them to the side, like physically toss them, not like throwing them miles and miles to kill them, but like throwing them out of the way.
They are very brave and dedicated, and try to resist as much as possible, but it's pretty impossible. You could, as an option, vent some coolant onto the outside of your armor to flush away that acid, but that would be toxic to those around you.
I have time, so.
Unless they throw more flasks on you.
Well, can I preempt flasks being thrown at me with venting coolant? So, like, as a counter.
You can again, but that would be toxic to those around you.
Yeah, but like that's just what I'm going to have to do if it gets if it happens again. But like it's clearly ineffective, and I'm not sure if they would.
Well, it's sort of more like long-term effective, but not immediately. It's not really a threat.
Yeah, like nothing they've done has done anything.
There's like a bunch of cries. This guy, "Oh, the demon! It's here!" And such.
Right.
Get the fire arrows.
The fire.
Where is that witch man with his magic? Get him. So you've reached the tent.
Alright. Is there like a general-looking motherfucker inside it, or is it all a ruse?
There is not a general inside, but there is what you would call a captain.
Right, I'll like grab him and like lift him up and hold him up.
He seems pretty unruffled.
Why are you in the forest?
You're not a demon. I have seen things of this before. You're, what do they say? Red banner. There's no need for this roughness. Please, sit me down and we can talk. You men, continue your work. There's nothing wrong here. I talk with this man as reasonable gentleman of distinction and class. Yes?
I'll sit him down.
So...
Not red banner, but
yes, I've seen similar before. Such a interesting way of getting my attention. Why? First of all, permit me to ask you, why have you chosen to interfere with our glorious Will of Heaven camp?
Will of Heaven is just like, is that a generic term they use to or is that
it is slightly generic, but there is a thing called the Mandate of Heaven and the Will of Heaven with like capitals, which is like the Emperor's divine will sort of thing. But given that China is a feudal warlord state, there isn't like an emperor everyone acknowledges.
Right.
So quite often, like you get names like Will of Heaven and by Divine Benevolence Camp, trying to assert that they have every right to do it. It's a thing that they do.
Right. Why are you in the forest?
So you're curious. Can I offer you a drink? We are here to prepare for glorious Will of Heaven action against the enemies of our glorious warlord, Sabotu.
Which enemies?
A glorious general has not yet informed me specifically, but we are to lie in wait and prepare. This haunted forest is a quiet place where no one will come. You understand, I may not say these things to you, but I perceive that should I not, you will cause great havoc and interfere with the divine will of heaven.
Yes, that is why I am trying to ascertain what it is you actually seek to achieve.
Of course, I have not been informed of these things yet, but we are to prepare for a great and glorious battle to ensure control of Sabotage's region.
Your men seem to think you plan to attack the village.
They do. Interesting. This information is part of something I have suggested. Of course, he gestures to a table strewn with maps. I have made many plans if that is to be the case.
I have a 30 on an insight check.
Okay, he seems inscrutable. I will not deny that I have made plans, just in case you realize contingency. it would be unwise of me to not have some plan in effect, thus to better carry out my lord's will and instruction, should he make that decision.
The warlord he mentioned, is that one of the ones opposed and aligned to Zhao as the local warlord?
You don't know.
Okay. Oh, so he's mentioned like he hasn't mentioned like an upper echelon guy that like everyone knows. He's mentioned like one of the guys below that, right?
You could infer that, yes. Also, Zhao is not a warlord, he's a governor who works for the warlord.
He's a governor.
I believe Chao P or Chao Chao. I think I just borrowed a bunch of names from Romance of the Three Kingdoms.
Yeah, fair.
Though I actually think, no, hang on, I think it might actually be one of the Guans, because I think you're in Wei.